I think most people, and certainly those of us who were raised in American culture, have the idea, right, that in many cases people deserve to keep what they earn. Let me give you an example. I knew someone who started out mowing the lawns and working behind the counter at a fast food restaurant, right? And he worked his way up to vice president of the company, right? Now, he was quite well off, and I think he deserved every dollar he got. Right? Now, there are other people out there who are born into, comfortable positions, goof off in school, don't work hard at their jobs, right? Do the minimum possible, right? And don't have much money. Right? And I think a lot of us have the instinct that it would be wrong to take the money from the person who worked his way up to vice president of the company and give it to the person who wasted his opportunities and did not work hard. Okay. Of course, it gets more complicated than that. Sometimes there's people who work equally hard, but one has more talent than the other, and so they excel in their chosen career and end up making a lot more money. Right? That brings up the question, is it acceptable, right, to take money from the person who was born with more talent and worked very hard and give it to the person who worked just as hard but didn't have as much talent? And of course, there are some people out there who didn't work hard and have lots of money. Think Paris Hilton, right? Some people had everything handed to them and they didn't have to work for it, right? I think a lot of people have less qualms about taking money from Paris Hilton, right? I should say less qualms about the government taking money from Paris Hilton and giving it to the person who was poor and worked hard, right? Than taking money from my friend who worked his way up to the top of the company and giving it to someone who was poor and worked hard. And certainly, right, they have less problem taking money from Paris Hilton and giving it to someone who is poor and worked hard than taking money from someone hardworking and give it to someone who is lazy. Right? All of this points to an idea. Right? We can talk meaningfully about whether certain people deserve to keep their money. Right? Or we could even say we can talk about whether certain people deserve to have a lot of money and other people don't deserve to have a lot of money. And we might hope that we have a political and economic system set up so that money tends to go to those who deserve it rather than those who don't deserve it. To some extent, we see this in some slogans, bumper stickers, etc. that you see. For example, I saw a bumper sticker a while back that said, Stop punishing success and rewarding failure. Right? A much older saying is, let he who does not work not eat. Right? That's actually from the Bible. Right? Although it was meant for a certain type of community, it's not clear that it was meant for society as a whole. Right? So that's the issue. Right? A lot of us think we can talk meaningfully about who deserves to be rich and who deserves to be poor and who deserves to be somewhere in the middle. And if so, we might hope that our economic system tends to reflect those concerns.